Hey there, innies and outies, it's Fox Logic. I might adjust my mic in a bit, but welcome back to my guide on Survival Evolved. I was calling it a tutorial. It's more of a guide, but I will do tutorials on breeding and building and lowering platforms and stuff as I go. But I will make sure that those are in separate videos because I, like other Ark Survival Evolved players, I understand that it's tough when you go to YouTube for answers and somebody's like, here's a bunch of other things. And you're like, no, I just want to learn that one thing. So I get it. I will try to separate those. Moving on. So last night I, off the camera, did a lot of the farming because I want to kind of be in the habit of doing that. And I put all this stuff in one box, and I had to make another box, and I put all this stuff in another box. I actually killed some trilobites as they came up along the beach. They gave black pearls and just pearls in general and oil, and a lot of chitin actually, which was kind of nice. I also got a bunch of levels that I didn't spend because kind of wanted to keep walking through like how to spend the levels. So rest assured, I went out and hand farmed a bunch of stone and wood and what have you. I also haven't really leveled up my animals, so I was going to show you how I do that too. So I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and get an Argent. I'm going to try to move up the flyer tree as fast as I can, and then I'll start worrying about other dinosaurs and where to build a base and stuff like that. So anyway, so let's go ahead and deal with my levels. I have 8 levels to spend. As we saw in one of my other videos, I was having a hard time outrunning a terror bird, so I need to put all of them into movement speed. And from here on out, I think I need to put everything into movement speed. Because being able to outrun dinosaurs is going to help me a lot when I want to start taming things on foot. So again, there's really no consequence to incorrectly leveling your character once you get up to the point where you have an operational base and you have all of the things kind of at your disposal. Making mind wipe potions or tonics is one of the easiest things. So I have here my low-level Pteranodon. I'm going to go ahead and just put all of it into stamina, because it's a low-level Pteranodon. I'll keep the food on it, so that way I can eat. I did try to fly around on it, and found that unfortunately it is, because it's a low-level, I'm basically just going to be hopping from point to point, rather than trying to fly everywhere on the map. So we need that Argent pretty bad. So let's go ahead and get to getting an Argent. I don't quite know if I can get this. Also, I did turn down the XP gain on this server. I felt that my XP gain was actually going too fast. Because on official servers, usually it's on 1, and then it's on 2 to 4 on special holidays. Usually every weekend on official servers, it's going to have 2. And I think I had mine on 5. So now I think I have mine on 2. So I'm basically at the rate of weekend players. And I was still actually able to get quite a bit of XP. The whole having a lystro and making narcotic while you do things is really great when you're trying to get XP really fast. So anyway, as I'll show you my Pteranodon, if you can see at the top right corner, you can see the Pteranodon specs and its stamina drain. Unless you're going this slow, which is painful, the stamina drain is actually pretty fast. So I can jump across the pond, and by the time I get across the pond, I'm gonna need to land and get stamina, and then go back. So my goals of flying around the map, aren't quite realized, but this is still better than pretty much most things. Having a flyer is the best way to get ahead. So we're gonna head back. I also will need a spyglass, so that way I can see what kind of flyer I am going after. So, in order to get, sorry, I had a message. In order to get an Argent, we are going to need a spyglass, a trap, a sleeping bag, just in case we die, food for us, food for the Argent, trank arrows, normal narcotic to keep the Argent down, and I think that's about it, honestly. I can't really think of anything else. I might think of it as we go, but yeah, that's what we're after. So I think first and foremost, we're gonna need some crystal, and in order to get crystal, I think I'm actually gonna need a metal pickaxe. So that's just how Arc is. As soon as you know that you need one thing, you're gonna need a bunch of other things as well. So let's check the Argent Tavis saddle. It is at 62. I am currently at 56. I'm fairly close. Let's go ahead and learn the smelter or the forge. So we need the refining forge. We will need the smithy. I might have to put the smithy down here on my boat. In fact, I think I will. I'll go ahead and take all this off of the standing torch and demolish that. Let's go ahead and make that smithy. We'll put it down on the boat. So we do need metal ingot, which is unfortunate. Alright, let's do the forge then. So refining forge, we need fiber, we need flint, which is in the mortar and pestle. We need hide, stone, and wood. So hide, stone, and wood. Need more stone. There we go. Awesome. Got another message. Apparently I'm popular, I guess. Alright. So I'll put all this stuff back. Actually, we do still need that smithy, but we also need to get some metal refined. So, goodness. I'm gonna burn some thatch, I guess. Alright. So I'll put the refining forge here. And I'll put some thatch in there. This actually, I guess, burned all night, which is kind of crazy. I'll let it keep working on it. As you can see, I don't have very much room for things anymore. I've just been, like, either putting it on the lystro or putting it where I can. I'm not quite in the spot where I'm collecting poop quite yet, so I don't really want to hold on to it. But let's go ahead and smelt this metal. There we go. And that will go ahead and smelt the metal into metal ingots. We'll use the metal ingots to make a smithy. Then we can use the rest of the metal ingots to make a metal pickaxe, which we will need before the metal hatchet. But that's pretty much how you enter into the stone era, where you were using metal utensils, but building out of stone. We pretty much totally skipped over the total wood phase. I didn't make really anything out of wood except for the boat and maybe my containers. I will say that having a kind of open base like this is not a good idea on official servers. On PvE servers, it can slide, but on PvP servers, if you build yourself a smithy and keep it out in the open, you actually risk becoming a target. And the reason why you become a target is because usually raiders don't raid their own servers. They can, and that has happened, but typically it's kind of like dating in the workplace. You don't really want to date somebody in your workplace unless everything's copacetic already and you run no risk of drama. Well, it's kind of the same thing on servers, on PvP servers or official servers in general. Like if you raid somebody on your server, they live on your server. They will rebuild on your server and they will come back at you on your server. And some people are extremely talented PvPers and they don't need very much to take you down. So a lot of people will raid on other servers. So a lot of the times if you're being raided, chances are you're being raided by somebody who isn't even from your server and is basically outsourcing their entertainment. And one of the things they look for is they look for open smithies because you can use other people's smithies. So if somebody's got a base that has an open roof or an open setup like this, and there's a smithy there, well, you could go, okay, well, time to go make some ammunition or some explosives over in that smithy. We'll just use this as a base. We don't even need to make our own base. So, yes, unless you want to harbor fugitives, you want to make sure that you put all of your things in an enclosure. So, I will make the smithy now, but if I was on an official server, I would have to cancel everything I was doing and make sure the smithy was in some kind of an enclosure. Maybe build like a stone wall or stone room around it to make sure that I don't encourage raiders to use my things and root through my stuff. Okay, so I think we have some stuff already. Yeah, we got about 10 pieces of metal. So let's make the smithy. We will need hide, stone and wood. So now we have a smithy. I'm gonna keep the hide, stone, and wood and use that to make a metal pickaxe, which I will learn. The metal pickaxe. Alright, so I'll put the hide, stone, wood, and metal. For some reason they put the metal pickaxe under weapons. And now I have a metal pickaxe, which is kind of nice. Don't really need the stone one anymore, so I'll just drop that one. I will take the stuff off the smithy, just to kind of keep the good habit, and put it back in my box here. Again, people can use your smithy, so if you will have a smithy in the open, please take stuff off of it. It will get stolen very fast. Same thing with the forge. You can lock your boxes, so I can hold this down and I can set pin code, which will lock it. I think the same thing. Your preserving bins did not have a pin code. But yeah, I can set a pin code and that will lock my box. But I don't think I can do that with my forge, and I definitely can't really do that with my smithy or my fire. People will steal my food. So, anyway, now that I have a metal pickaxe, I do want to get some metal, but I also actually need crystal more. Now, there are a couple places I could get crystal. Usually you find them around metal mountains or metal islands, and I think that I am just going to go. Let's see. I know of one that's over in Metal Mountain. Like, if I were to look at the map, there's one north of me. Okay. It's been a while since I've been on this map. There is some north of me, like I thought. A lot of it is in the snow biome. But then it says that there is some kind of across the way from me. I might try to check that out since it's pretty close. And even though I have a flyer, my flyer isn't super duper great. I also kind of want to wait for daytime, so I'm going to cut here and then come back and it'll be daytime. Okay, finally dawn breaks and it is no longer dark and or foggy. It got pretty hard to see earlier. I did go out and get a little bit more metal, as much as I could. Now that I have a metal pickaxe, I can now get metal more efficiently. But it was really hard. It got really dark. So let's go and see if we can find crystal. Now before I go, I actually am going to learn the parachute. And at least have one with me at all times. The parachute, I'm pretty sure, is hide and fiber. Fiber, hide, and thatch. So fiber, hide, thatch will make a parachute. Now parachutes are weirdly heavy. My stone arrows are heavier, but for a single thing in your inventory, parachutes are pretty heavy. I'm going to put it on the 5 slot, so that way it is pretty close to my main tools. I'm gonna put this standing torch down to get rid of it. Actually, I don't really need the standing torch on me, nor do I need... I'll just put the standing torch on the Lystro. Lystro just gets to carry things. I'll put some more weight on them, and maybe some more health. Just in case they end up taking damage, I don't really want them to lose my stuff. So 100 weight, the rest in health. There you go, buddy. I did put some food on them earlier, so that way they don't starve. But they'll sit there and heal up. Alright, and then I'm also going to whistle my Pteranodon to follow me. So in the event I fall off, which is really easy to do, because all you need to do in order to dismount is hit E, and that happens a lot. So now the Pteranodon's following me, I have a parachute. Let's go find some crystal. Now because this Pteranodon isn't a very powerful one, I'm gonna have to be very careful. I'm kind of like a island hopper than I am an international airline. So let's go see if I can find some crystal. Now it looks like there's some over in that cave that I was trying to show earlier. We'll land up here. There are raptors up here typically, so I'll have to be pretty careful. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the crystal that's near me is actually in caves. I don't really want to go in caves quite yet. So we're gonna go north. Actually, from here, the next closest one would be the redwoods. So we're gonna go into the center as much as we can. Make sure that you're staying somewhat close to the ground. The redwoods is going to be a little tough because of Thylos. They will jump off of trees and knock you off your mount. Actually, there is some over this way. Ah, the stamina drain is real. Stop and get stamina whenever we can. There's also some over by what is affectionately called Stonehenge. So instead of going north, I know I'm changing plans. Let's go to Stonehenge. So again, I'm kind of following along the beach, making sure that I'm close. In the event that I run out of stamina, I don't really want to be too far up in the air. Otherwise, I will fall and lose my bird. Make sure there's no raptors around me, as raptors now do have the ability to knock you off your mount. Alright, so in the distance there, that little collection of vertical rocks is called Stonehenge. So I think that there's some over there. Now this place actually is pretty good for bases, however it has the same problem that Irby Island does. You're surrounded by water. And the easiest, laziest way to PvP raid somebody's base is using a raft. So unless you can defend it with lots of turrets and hopefully maybe a barrier out in the water, I wouldn't suggest it for people who are first-time base builders on PvP servers. PvE servers, go for it. Nobody's going to take over your stuff. Actually, there is a way to PvP on PvE servers, but that's more opportunistic than anything. Okay. So I forget if there's crystal around here. I actually don't think it's around the crags. It's probably in the water somewhere. I could try the water. Nah. I'll go for the easy, straightforward stuff. Alright. So we're gonna keep going. There is a small little metal hill for beginners over here. Which is up here. There is a beehive down there. That would be great to have. There's some raptors around here. Just gotta make sure that I'm only on the ground when I absolutely need to be. Oh, and there's a Spino over there. Alright, so there is metal. There should be some crystal. Usually crystal's up at the tippy top. And there it is. Excellent. There's also a explorer's note up here. And a bunch of turtles. What do we got? Ah. Mr. Nueva. Nueva? I might be saying that wrong. Alright. So we have crystal. Hopefully there's no raptors around here. And we'll bring home some crystals so that way we can make a spyglass. Awesome. This Pteranodon can barely carry any of this. I think what I'll do is I'll drop stone. I've got 35 crystal. And it looks like I have a point to spin, so we'll just do more movement speed. The Pteranodon does have some points, so I'm going to do more stamina, a bit more weight, but mostly stamina. I'll grab a couple more crystal. And drop the rock. Alright, so we have our crystal. We're going to move a little slower now that we're a little heavy. And we're going to head home. So I'm going to make sure that I have full stamina, and we're going to head down towards the beach. Hopefully going in the right direction. Yep. So on the first server that I was on, we called this river the River Styx. I don't know why. But that's just what it was called. And I am almost out of stamina again. Alright, head back. I might speed this part up. In fact, I am going to speed this part up because it's going to be kind of boring. But basically what I'm doing is I'm flying a little bit, landing to get stamina, flying a little bit, landing to get stamina. It's just kind of what you have to deal with when you tame a low-level garbage dino. So, alright, speeding it up now. Okay, so I am within flying distance of my island. I do have a drop here, so I'll go ahead and check out what I got. Hopefully without being attacked by anything. Stay. Yeah, I'll take those, whatever. Hopefully I can still fly. Nope. Can I drop anything? I'll drop this. I do want to keep that bed. I don't really need the mushrooms yet. I don't really want those boxes. I can always make new ones. Alright. I'm pretty heavy. I could actually use this maybe to get some more weight. There we go. Okay. Will I make it to my little boat? Or will I have to land? I will land. Perfect. I've got my crystal. I can now make a spyglass. And I'm almost to my boat. Alright. So let's put away some of this stuff. I'm just going to put it in the Lystro. Let's learn the spyglass. Which I think I can make in my inventory. Yes. So I just need fiber, hide, wood. Fiber, hide, wood. Awesome. So now I have a spyglass. And that leveled me up. So we'll do movement speed again. We'll put this stuff back. Can I put this stuff in here? Nope. I'll trade that out. I've been putting some of the excess stone into the mortar and pestle. I'll go ahead and put this on my bars. Put the spark powder in here. And the Lystro can hold on to the standing torch. Awesome. Alright. So now I have my spyglass. I have a couple of levels that I have, as well as the Pteranodon. I'll go ahead and stop here. And in the next episode, hopefully I will go and get my Argent. So, alright, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.